You check your dashboard and see that dreaded transmission warning light or the check engine light staring back at you. And when you plug in your scanner, you get the code P075F. Now, most people panic about low fluid, but this code is a bit of a weird one because it specifically means transmission fluid level too high. It sounds contradictory, right? How can too much fluid be a bad thing? Well, let me tell you, it is actually a pretty big deal. When the transmission is overfilled, the rotating gears inside splash into that extra fluid and whip it up into a froth, almost like whipping cream. That foam is full of air bubbles, and since air compresses and hydraulic fluid does not, your transmission cannot build the right pressure to shift gears properly. This code usually pops up on vehicles equipped with a dedicated transmission fluid level sensor, or TFL sensor, which you will find on many modern Chevrolets, Fords, Rams, Toyotas, and Hyundais. The computer, or PCM, sends a reference voltage to this sensor, and when the sensor reports back that the level is out of the acceptable range on the high side, it triggers this code. Before you start tearing things apart, start with the absolute easiest check. If your car has a dipstick, check the fluid level manually. If it is actually high, maybe from a recent service where someone got a little happy with the fluid bottle, simply draining the excess might solve your whole problem immediately. However, if the level on the stick looks perfect but the code persists, you are likely dealing with a sensor issue or a wiring gremlin. You will want to inspect the wiring going to the transmission for any breaks or corrosion. If that looks okay, grab your digital multimeter. You need to verify that the sensor is getting power. With the ignition on, check for reference voltage, which is usually 5 or 12 volts at the sensor connector. If you have voltage and a good ground, but the computer still thinks the level is high, the sensor itself has likely failed internally and needs to be swapped out. It is a moderate to severe issue because ignoring it can lead to overheating and serious internal damage, so do not let this one slide for too long. Clear the code after your repair, drive it for a bit, and make sure that light stays off for good.